and welcome to Senora Tommy's Biblioteca on YouTube. If you haven't already, please press the subscribe button and smack the bell so that you can receive notifications and never miss a video. Today is Chapter Book Thursday. Last time that I did Chapter Book Thursday, I said Chapter Book Tuesday, and that wasn't right. It's Chapter Book Thursday. So today's chapter book is Summer of the Mariposas, and it is written by Guadalupe Garcia McCall. McCall won a Portobello Award for this book, and I think it is something that definitely needs to be read by possibly 6th, 7th, 8th, and above 9th, 10th, and it can go up to young adults and even adult. I think that there are plenty of parents and teachers out there that would love to read this book, and you would appreciate it for everything that it has. So it might be a little bit older for some of our students, but I know that our students aren't the only people who want book recommendations sometimes. So mom and dad, check this one out too. So, okay, so Summer of the Mariposas. It is about these 5 sisters. They call themselves Cinco Hermanitas, and they have sort of this sister code that they live by, right? So there's the 5 of them. The oldest is 18, and then they go down to like 16, 14, and the littlest is maybe like 7 or 8. And so they have this sort of rules that they live by, being the 5 sisters. For instance, the oldest always has the final say in whatever decision that they make. And so one summer, while they are swimming in kind of their favorite watering hole, they discover a dead body, and it is floating in the river while they are swimming in the river. And they happen to live in Eagle Pass, Texas, which is on the border of Texas and Mexico. So dead body comes by. They are not sure what to do with it. They're having conversations about should they call them, the INS, or what is it that they should do? And they're never really quite sure what to do, but because they are so young and they can't quite make the decision themselves, they start to look through his pockets because they get curious about who he is. So they start looking through his pockets, and they find that he was actually from Mexico. And in their sort of youthful thought decision-making, right, they decide that they are going to return this man's body to his family in Mexico. So they steal mom's car, stick the dead body in the back of the car, and make their journey into Mexico to deliver this body. Along the way, the oldest sister, whose name is actually, I think it's Odelia, she is visited by La Llorona. And in this book, La Llorona is not a scary character. She actually becomes the sisters' guide. And so she kind of guides them through their journey into Mexico, where along the way, they encounter all of these Aztec and Mexican myths that we're very familiar with. They come across an evil warlock. There is a bloodthirsty chupacabra. There are these weird half-human barn owls that they have to fight and get away from. And so we get introduced to these sort of Mexican and Aztec myths that we are kind of familiar with, but they tell the story of these myths in kind of a different way. And the way that they interact with the sisters is very interesting and kind of powerful to see the way that the girls respond to that. Let's see, we start to realize that their tale is more about, not just getting the man back to the family in Mexico, but it's kind of their journey, of figuring out their own love for each other. They're also decide that they're going to see their grandmother while they're down there, and it brings up some other family issues that they have within themselves that they need to talk about, kind of figure out. For you older teachers, parents, or older students who might be watching, if you are familiar with Homer's The Odyssey, this is very, very similar to that, where there is a journey and these trials and that they have to overcome in order to make their way back home. So this is a lovely read. Again, maybe a little older for some of our Sunset kiddos, but it is worth mentioning, and it is definitely a perfect read for the summer. So you want to check out Summer of the Mariposas, written by Guadalupe Garcia McCall. You won't be disappointed. It is a beautiful story of love and sisterhood, and you will just love it as much as I did. All right, thanks for checking it out. See you later.